Hey everybody, welcome back to Durbin's Bourbon. I'm Joe.
And I'm Josh.
We're going to be doing a whiskey review, a Tennessee whiskey review. George Dickle, number 12. It is not 12 years old. Nice cork pop.
I thought it was.
He did.
There's all the 12 on it.
There's a number 8 recipe, a number 12 recipe, and so I could see that a person going in the store could be bamboozled into thinking that's an older whiskey for a very nominal price. The going price for this in our state is 20
I think it was on sale at 19 something. But so. And then the 8, like you said, the 8 expression is usually about $5 cheaper.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the difference is, but
I have never in my whiskey drinking life tried any Dickel products, so I'm actually curious to try it. I hear it's very highly regarded. It is enjoyed. It is very similar to Jack Daniel's due to the fact of the way it is produced. They charcoal mellow them. This is done through sugar maple charcoal, so they drop the spirit through that. They talk on the back in the label about we chill our whiskey before we drop it through sugar maple. They're making it very fancy for basically their chill filtration, which everybody does. There are the rare ones out there, and some of your higher end whiskeys do not chill filter because they leave those fatty compounds in there that will enhance the flavor, I think, a little bit and give you a little bit more of the truer flavor.
And it gets cloudy if you add ice.
It does get cloudy and ice when ice is added because of the fatty compounds that are in there. But it's not a negative thing. It's just funny when you read labels and how they try to spin it so that you're like, whoa, that's so cool, and everybody's doing it. So
what's the difference between like Tennessee whiskey and bourbon? Is that it's filtered, right?
Yes, correct.
Through the maple.
Yep, this is filtered through the sugar maple before it is put into the barrel, and by law, technically you're not supposed to do anything to alter the flavor of the spirit when it comes off the still prior to going into the barrel, period. No color, no additives, no flavorings, or anything other than water. So that's why technically, by the way the law is written, these are all classified as Tennessee whiskeys. But
they're very similar to a bourbon. Just the filtering process. The mash bills are the same except filtering, and really they're just splitting hairs. Yeah. Someone got rich off it, I'm sure. That's why.
Probably. And we're going to do a review one of these days of good old Jack Daniel's.
Never thought about that. I was like, oh, that's a good idea.
Because it's staple. This is a staple. It's available nationwide. Everybody has it.
I'm sure it's always consistent.
It is. And I can smell that sweet vanilla flavor from here, and it hasn't even got up to my nose. The proof on this is 90 proof, I believe. 45% ABV or 90 proof. So it is a little bit higher proof, which is good. We do like that.
The 8 I noticed was 80 proof. So maybe I wonder if that's the difference. I probably should have read it, but
recipe 12 is a higher proof as opposed to recipe 8. Or
maybe they're completely different. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
George Dickle, Tennessee whiskey.
It's got a good nose though.
Yeah.
Sweet.
What's that?
I got some honey.
Yeah, I've
got almost like a haze, like a
Yeah, there's something
like
else
grass.
there that's
young.
Yeah, there is no age statement. There is something else in there, like a grass.
Yeah, I get like fresh cut grass.
But there's caramel and there's some vanilla and a little.
My initial was very sweet, but now I'm getting
that
deep into the Dickel.
Maple,
believe
it or not, that like maple syrup,
brown sugary,
that That's kind of that thing that I'm detecting in there is a little bit of that. That's a good thing. If you're nosing whiskeys and you're kind of stuck on a particular smell and you're kind of just go to smell your skin, it's a reset. It will just kind of neutrally reset your nose.
Like coffee grounds or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's something else in there, almost medicinally.
Really?
Yeah. It's not bad.
That, yeah. I'm not getting that. I'm getting.
It
does smell like a newer, like a not very long aged whiskey though. I'm getting a little green.
You know the powder on sweet tarts?
Yeah.
That powdery, sugary kind of. If you open a pack of sweet tarts and smell them, that's the weird.
That's good. You had that with something else. You had sweet tarts on something else. I can't remember what it was.
That's in there. Good color. Yeah. As you know, they probably can't. They won't add any color to their whiskey.
It's basically the same as bourbon. They just filter it.
Yeah, it's filtered through the sugar maple prior to going into the barrel. Good color. Legs are decent.
Yeah.
Fairly quick, but
I'm ready to give it a try.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. It's pretty woody.
It is. Very woody. I'm going to go back in. Like I say so many times, I always give initial taste. Come back in for a second, and you'll get a little bit more truer palate. Yeah, that is.
I feel like there's not a whole lot going on. Like I get the wood, like the char. Not even char. It's like just wood.
It's kind of a wood, kind of a burnt wood characteristic. There's a little bit of vanilla, not much.
Yeah, not much
vanilla.
Vanilla.
Pretty.
But vanilla subtle. More so than like a sweet, like brown sugars type. I don't get any sweetness on the palate.
No, I get some heat, some char. The heat we're talking is more that an alcohol kind of a heat. And at 90 proof, that's not bad. On the finish now, there's a little bit of sweetness in the back palate on the finish. So that kind of just crept up as I was talking to you all. Kind of came up in the back there. That's interesting. I wonder, there's some rye spice in there. That's some of the spice I'm getting. There's some rye.
A little pepper. That's crazy. It's got like such a...
Boy, that's burn.
It's got some heat to it.
It's got kind of a... I wouldn't say a unpleasant burn, but... No. I'm going to add
for the price, $20, I think it's pretty good whiskey.
Yeah, you want some more?
Yeah, I'll try it.
We'll see.
Why not?
If it has a...
If it's got rye,
if it's got rye, I'm gonna know that here in a minute.
Right.
There you go. So difficult. So many things. Soften the nose. There's a sweet tart, that powdery sweet tart smell I still got.
That's a good call. That's exactly what you smell when you open the package up. So you get more rye.
Pulled some of the heat. Actually, I like that. That's better. That softened that heat up a little bit.
Well, I get a little more caramel.
Yeah, it made it. I think it brought out some of the sugars from the sugar maple, maybe the charcoal.
Sugar maple.
But the water helped it. I think
actually,
the water smoothed it out quite a bit. Still kind of stingy. Some young. I think there's some youngness to it.
Yeah.
But for the value,
it's not. I could sip on it.
And the product, you could pour that over some ice, and it would probably be a really nice sipper for not a lot of money. And they've been around for a long time. George Dickle is an old label. They've been producing for a long time. There's a lot of history there with them. So you're getting quality. It's different. It is not your typical bourbon flavor.
Which is weird. I thought it'd be more like taste like bourbon, but it doesn't.
I kind of did, because I remember Jack Daniels didn't taste like that.
No. I remember Jack Daniels being super sweet.
Yes. So
I'll have to do that one next.
That might be a great comparison side by side. George Dickle.
2 Tennessee whiskeys?
Yeah. 2 Tennessee whiskeys head to head. Maybe coming your way. That might be kind of an interesting, it might be an interesting blind.
Yeah.
A Tennessee whiskey blind. If there's some more Tennessee whiskeys out there.
I feel like I could tell Jack, though. It's so...
Yeah. When you drink so much of it as a younger person.
Right. Oh.
And,
of course, it was always with Coke. Jack and Coke.
Yeah.
That's a good whiskey, though, I think. It is. Especially for the price. If it was like $50, I'd be like, But to have on your shelf is a...
Yeah. I would not pay more than $25 for that. There's some grainy...
I feel like it's definitely young.
Yeah. I don't know if bitter is not the right
I'm not getting bitter.
word, but it's grainy, different. It's a different...
I get that. I swear I get that hay. It's like hay. It's like a bale of hay.
Yeah. Yeah. Could be the...
Probably grain, you know.
Yeah. All of that stuff.
Earthy kind of flavor.
Organic matter.
Delightful.
So, there you have it. Review of George Dickle 12, Superior 12 recipe.
It is not 12-year like I thought it was.
It is not 12
like, oh, look, a 12-year whiskey.
For $19.95.
That's crazy.
I'll take 5.
It is not.
No. No age statement. It does say if you want to recycle, in Vermont you get 15 cents. So.
Whoa. Wow, way to go, Vermont.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
We just throw ours in the backyard.
Yeah, kick them around for a while. I'd recommend it if you wanted to have just a inexpensive, we don't like to use the word cheap, but an inexpensive whiskey to have in your house. Maybe throw it on some ice, mix it in a highball. That would be a good whiskey for that kind of stuff. Right. Maybe just sip it on ice, like I said, it might be good.
A kind of cool bottle.
It is a unique bottle. Yep. Kind of reminiscent of a Sazerac, the way they have the way the glass design is at the top. So we appreciate you guys. We're climbing our subscriber count. By the time this comes out, we may be over 500 subscribers by the time this video comes out.
Halfway to 1,000. Another 6 years, we'll get up to 1,000. It'd be amazing.
Crazy. So we appreciate you guys watching. We hope you enjoy the videos. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Share us with your friends. And we hope you're having a drink with us. And as always, enjoy your whiskeys and bourbons any way you want.
Screwed that up. Cheers. Any way you want.